This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections.
Hello, I've heard about the Aquarium's membership program, and I'm interested in finding out more.
Certainly. Our membership program offers a variety of benefits. Would you like to know about event access or general benefits?
Maybe start with the general benefits, please.
As a member, you'll receive a monthly magazine focusing on marine wildlife, which is quite popular. Additionally, you'll get exclusive discounts at our aquarium shop.
That sounds fantastic, especially the discounts. Anything else?
Yes, members also have access to a special viewing area within the aquarium that's not open to the general public.
Wonderful. And what's the annual fee for this membership?
It's quite reasonable. The annual fee is set at $100.
Great. Can you tell me when the next membership meeting is happening? I'd like to attend.
The next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday. We meet on the first Tuesday of every month.
Perfect. I'll note that down.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
At our next event, we have a variety of activities planned. For instance, there's a guided tour at 2 p.m., which is always a hit.
Is there a particular theme for the tour?
Yes, this time we're thrilled to showcase our new exhibit featuring tropical fish, which is something you shouldn't miss.
I'm really looking forward to that. Are there any special arrangements for non-English speakers?
Absolutely, we offer audio guides in several languages. The rental cost is $5 each.
Great to know. And regarding the event, do I need to bring anything?
We usually recommend bringing your own binoculars to get a closer view of the exhibits.
That's helpful advice. And when is the deadline to register for this event at a discounted rate?
To qualify for a discount, make sure you register by the end of April.
I'll ensure to register by then. Thank you so much for all the information.
You're welcome. We look forward to seeing you at the aquarium.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear a guide giving a talk about Plumwood Heritage Park. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 15. Welcome, everyone, to Plumwood Heritage Park, an exceptional blend of nature, history, and communal joy. Right at the park's entrance, you'll notice something rather striking. A giant clock, intricately designed to resemble an ancient sundial, which pays homage to timekeeping devices from antiquity. This feature is indeed one of our park's most iconic landmarks. We often offer free guided tours every Friday, which many find an insightful way to delve into the rich tapestry of history and biodiversity that this park embodies. These tours typically last about 1 hour, covering key historical and ecological aspects of the park. Don't miss the Park Cafe. It's renowned for offering the best homemade cakes in the region, a sweet delight to complement your visit here. Many visitors make it a point to enjoy a slice after traversing the expansive walking trails. The summer season attracts quite a crowd due to our celebrated food fair. This event showcases an array of local culinary delights, live music, and cooking demonstrations from esteemed chefs. As you roam the park, you'll also encounter various historical exhibits. These are meticulously curated to provide insight into the life of early settlers in this region and how they interacted with the land over the centuries. Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 16 to 20. Moving on to a very special part of the park, let's discuss the diverse habitats housing rare animal species. Starting with Butterfly Meadow, this lush area is teeming with vibrant insect life, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts. If you wander into the Owl Preserve, you'll notice the serene atmosphere conducive to our feathered, nocturnal residents, thriving in this carefully maintained enclave. Next, we have the Fox Den area, popular amongst visitors who enjoy spotting young fox cubs playing during spring. It's an incredible sight and a favorite for families. Fascinatingly, the Turtle Sanctuary transforms into a perfect spot for autumn birdwatching. As migratory birds pass through, many choose to rest here. Finally, the otter pools feature a distinct amphibian population, with species rarely seen together elsewhere. It's a unique ecological niche, drawing researchers and enthusiasts year-round. That is the end of Section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear two students, Mark and Susan, discussing their project on robotics in agriculture with their tutor.
Good afternoon, Mark and Susan. Let's discuss your upcoming project focused on integrating robotics into agriculture. Can you start by explaining your primary focus? Of course. Our main aim is to analyze how robotic technologies can enhance existing farming techniques, specifically targeting improvements in productivity and resource efficiency. Yes, and we're particularly interested in the potential effects these technologies might have on employment within the sector. That sounds fascinating. Which crops are you focusing on? We've decided to focus on corn, given its relevance and demand in many regions worldwide. Interesting choice. Now, what potential downsides have you considered? One concern is the increased dependency on technology, which could make farming communities vulnerable to system failures. Apart from that, high maintenance costs and the initial investment could discourage adoption among smaller farms. What about the challenges you anticipate? Securing adequate funding and obtaining industry support are at the top of our list. Additionally, managing technological errors as they arise could also be a significant hurdle.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30.
How do you plan to optimize the robot's functionality? Initially, we're focused on energy consumption and precision in movement. These are critical for efficiency and minimizing waste. Exactly. We'll then address other factors like speed and durability as we progress. And how will you implement your study? We'll begin with a pilot project on several small-scale farms where we can monitor performance closely. We're also considering partnerships with major agricultural companies. Their expertise and infrastructure could be invaluable. What do you ultimately hope to achieve through this project? Our goal is to significantly enhance the efficiency of farming operations while reducing the environmental impact associated with current practices. We believe automation can lead to more sustainable farming, balancing productivity with ecological concerns. A noble goal. I look forward to seeing how your project develops.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear a talk on sensory deprivation tanks. Please listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 35.
Today, I'll be discussing the fascinating concept of sensory deprivation tanks, a tool that's gaining popularity for both therapeutic and creative applications. These tanks, also known as isolation tanks, are designed to significantly reduce external sensory input. Originally invented in the 1950s by neuroscientist John C. Lilly, they are used to explore the effects of minimizing sensory experiences on the brain and body. As users float in a shallow pool of salt-laden water, music, light, and ambient sounds are curtailed to allow the mind to disengage from the constant barrage of external stimuli. Participants often report intense feelings of peace and relaxation, which is why these tanks are sometimes sought out for their stress-relieving properties. A typical session in a sensory deprivation tank generally lasts about 60 to 90 minutes, becoming a popular choice for those seeking relaxation and recuperation. Historically, the original research by Lilly focused on the psychological aspects, including the potential for altered states of consciousness. Some modern tank users have adopted its use for creative thinking, finding that the lack of external distractions can enhance their cognitive processes and even unlock new levels of creativity. Additionally, many find it beneficial for managing anxiety, providing a sanctuary from daily stresses. Sensory deprivation is also known under the scientific term of restricted environmental stimulation therapy, or REST for short. Within the field of neuroscience, these tanks are leveraged to study the brain's adaptation and resilience in the face of restricted stimuli. There is interest in potential benefits extending to therapeutic applications, such as assisting with the treatment of anxiety, certain phobias, and even depression. However, some critics have raised concerns regarding the potential for prolonged use to lead to sensory distortion or hallucinations, particularly if not undertaken with proper guidance. The inventors and early adopters of this technology aimed at exploring the mind's expansive potential in a state unencumbered by the ordinary sensory burdens, seeking ways to enhance emotional and cognitive well-being. This pursuit continues today, as sensory deprivation tanks remain a topic of study and intrigue within both the scientific community and wellness circles.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet.
Hey there! Did you get them all right? Smash the like button and subscribe for more daily IELTS tests.